This is the plaintiff, Gerard Lewis. He says he and the defendant dated, and he lent her money for a deposit on her new condo. In the meantime, they broke up, and now, not only will she not return his calls, she hangs up on him. He just wants his money returned, needs the judge's help in getting it, and is suing for the $1,800 he's owed. This is the defendant, Bonnie Major. She says the plaintiff did give her $1,500, but it was a gift. It didn't turn into a loan until she broke it off with him. The guy's bad news is bitter she broke up, and he's grasping for straws with this lawsuit, that's for sure. She's accused of leaving her boyfriend high and dry. The defendant has filed a countersuit for $1,000 for a return of her security, which she was forced to forfeit because of the plaintiff.
All parties, please raise your right hands. You see it and come to order, please. Litigant has been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Lewis, you are suing your former girlfriend, Ms. Major, for $1,800 in a loan and aggravation. She is counterclaiming against you $1,000 for a security deposit she was forced to lose, and you'll explain that to me in a second. Mr. Lewis, we'll start with you. What's going on?
About 3.5 years ago, Bonnie and I were dating, and she was in the process of moving into a condo, and there were some issues with money, and I lent her the $1,500 for, it was either the extra month or a security deposit, I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you get a promissory note?
No, what I have.
Do you have a text or an email or something where,
Yeah,
do you have a promissory note?
I have the check.
You have the check. Okay, did you write on the memo line of the check?
No.
No, okay. So go on.
So it was supposed to be a short-term loan. I said I could help her out. I had a note due in July for furniture I bought. It was one of those no interest for a year deals, and so that was coming up in July, and we broke up in between sometime. And
when did you loan her the money? This is dated
January
23rd of 2008.
Correct.
And you were going to need this money 7 months later.
And so we broke up in the meantime, and
how long did you date?
About 5 months this round. We dated before.
Okay, so you wrote the check for her. The intent was that she pay you back.
Right.
And how and when was she going to pay you back?
Well, she had a couple. She told me she had a couple commission checks coming. She's in sales, and
why did you need? Did you acknowledge receiving the $1,500? Right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You have been dating him for how long?
It was right about 5 months.
Okay.
But there was no.
But how long had you been dating him in January? 5 months?
There was no secondary dating. I mean, That's what I don't understand. He dated my older sister. That's where he's confused. So.
Wait, did you confuse the two sisters?
No. No,
did you date the two sisters?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
okay. You dated your older sister when?
Probably about a year prior. And that's how we knew each other.
Because he was your sister's boyfriend?
Yes, my sister.
They had broken up by then?
Oh, heavens, yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, and he had called me out of the blue, and I said, well, I was getting married, and he just wanted to see how I was and everything like that. And it was just a nice phone call. And then I did get married, and that didn't work out. It was a very short marriage.
Okay, how short?
Very short, like 4 months.
4 months, okay.
Yes, and I had to get a permanent restraining order against the
Oh, really? I'm sorry
man.
to hear that.
And
you have a restraining order against him?
Yes,
okay.
the ex-husband, yes.
Okay.
And that's what caused the whole issue to begin with. And, the fact that the monetary problems that I was having, at the time, because he left the state and took everything.
Okay.
So, the landlord was looking for the money, which I just didn't have.
Right.
So and plus I was in fear of living there.
Because he knew the address.
Well, he knew everything.
So you needed to move, and that's where the $1,500 came in. But why don't you have to pay it back? Tell me why. Was it a loan? Was it a gift? What was it?
It was never portrayed as a loan, Your Honor, ever. First of all, Gerard we got together. I had called him because I was afraid, scared, and I remembered the conversation we had had on the phone. So I called him. He said, well, why don't you come over? I did. We got to talking, and I said I needed to find a new place to live. He said, well, you can come and live here. Well, I didn't feel comfortable with that. So I said, no, that's not going to work out. I have to find a place. And right in front of the mobile home park where he lives is a brand new set of condos. And I inquired about them. He says, oh, they're wonderful. He said, I saw them going up. They're very sturdy. Okay. So I checked into them. And the next thing, I started signing the paperwork, and I even put, when I was telling the lady, I said, I don't think I'm going to be, my financial situation is so good. And she said, can you get a co-signer? He offered to co-sign. He co-signed. I have the paperwork.
Did you buy the condo?
No.
For
I was
the lease?
just renting it.
Okay.
Leased it for supposedly a year. Okay. He co-signed on the lease.
Did you really co-sign on the lease? How long had he been dating you at that point?
I don't remember that part.
You don't remember that part? Let's find out.
Okay. Yes.
Okay,
remember
but how long
she
had you
wanted to
been
use
dating
me.
when he co-signed on a year-long lease?
That was probably about 3 months, maybe.
Man.
Right here.
Well,
Second
that's
page.
You
not-
must be something.
Second page.
Your Honor, we did date twice. There was a break in between.
Did you guys break up and then go back?
There
Yeah.
was, no.
When did you guys
He
break
dated
up?
my older sister. I'm
No,
sorry.
I don't think he's confusing you with your older sister.
No.
I think he means that you guys broke up. It's just sort of funny that you don't remember it that way. That nobody he doesn't even care about the $1,500. He's shocked that she doesn't realize that we dated twice. Like, how's your sister feel about you dating her former boyfriend?
My sister is in Minnesota, and we don't have
And
any
therefore she has no
contact.
feelings?
Huh?
What does that mean?
She never
No.
knew. She
There was
knew.
never any. I mean, her and I had issues. You know.
Oh, okay. Does she
so-
even know?
No.
Oh, she knows now.
I'm sure she will.
Yep. Just curious. You want to see this?
Yeah.
Just. I mean, you're paying your rent, right? So this isn't even coming up as an issue. This was a while ago. So this is
This was over 3 years ago, Your Honor.
Okay. Did he ever make any attempt to collect on the $1,500 before you guys ended up breaking up?
No.
My question to you is, if this money transferred hands in 2008,
Yeah.
why is the lawsuit? Actually, my question to you, Mr. Lewis, if the money transferred hands in 2008 and she never paid any of it, why is it 2011 before you file a lawsuit? Just curious.
Well, I'm not working. I have the time.
Okay.
Before
And
it
that's
was-
because I find that the litigation has increased as a result of the economy. And I'm just curious how much, how many of the cases that come before me have something to do with that. What do you think was the impetus that made him come to court?
I don't know.
Because you guys broke up a long time ago, right?
Yes.
How long
But
did you
he
break
threatened-
up?
Well, it was in 2000, I believe. Oh, it was in 2008 because I literally had to break the lease on the place that I was in because of his harassing
Wait,
phone calls.
him?
Yes. Oh, he would call me at work. He would call me on my cell phone. He would call coworkers. I
To
finally
say or do what?
to tell me that I owed him money.
Did you call her coworkers?
One time I did. Because
called
she would,
numerous
I left a
times.
message. I didn't get
What'd
to
you
talk
say?
to anybody.
Tell her she owes me money? What'd you tell the coworker?
Yeah. I told her to tell Bonnie to call me. I want to work this out.
Okay. Yes.
Yes. He called at 12:30 in the morning. Our hours are 8:30 to 5. He called. He was drunk, slurring his words because she transferred the phone call to me. She said, "I think this is for you." So,
Why'd you guys break up?
quite a bit of humiliation. The reason we broke up, in my opinion, okay. We got together usually pretty much every Sunday, watched football games, and we drank. We drank a lot. And one day, a Sunday, a friend of his came over to the house, and I had called up, and he says, "Why don't you come over?" And I said, "Okay." Well, we were sitting in the living room, and she said to him, "You are a functioning alcoholic." Well, that hit me like a ton of bricks. It really did, Your Honor. And I thought, you know what? I'm becoming the same thing. I've got to get out of this. I can't do this. At that time, I had a 12-year-old who also heard his vulgar voice messages on my recorder. And, I didn't want to be a part of that. I didn't want to sink. I have a job. I have a good job. I couldn't live that life anymore.
Did you tell him that when you broke up?
Yes.
Yeah,
And he didn't like that. Let's put it that way.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Would you ever loan somebody $1,500 who you dated for only 5 months?
Absolutely not.
How come?
No idea of what kind of money situation they're in, if they could pay me back. No idea.
Anybody would you loan the money?
Absolutely not.
How come?
Well, you know somebody 5 months, they can change. It's a little sketchy to be asking someone to loan you.
That's a really good point. Final word, go to a dude. How about you?
Absolutely not.
How long would it take for you to loan somebody that kind of money?
Probably a year.
Okay, fair enough. I'm not sure. It's kind of like prunes. Is 5 months long enough? A year too long? I'm not sure. Okay, going inside the courtroom.
She's right about she would come over, and I know she had an issue with alcohol because that was the reason her marriage broke up. So I was a bad influence. I knew this, but it had nothing to do with the loan.
No. But here's where we are. I got to figure out whether it's a loan or a gift. So I got to look at the evidence to figure that out. She says it was a gift. You say it was a loan. And then I have you never trying to collect it until now when you're out of work.
I've been trying to collect it for 3 years, Your Honor. Sorry to interrupt.
And she's hanging. Well, okay, you're right. That wasn't fair. I have you never suing for it until now. I have you not bringing it up until you guys break up. But all that's an afterthought. I have no proof. We start with you. You are the plaintiff. The way people prove up these cases is they have something. There'll be something, an email, a phone message, something, a text, anything. So the plaintiff has a burden of proving their case by a preponderance of the evidence. No, the check shows that you paid it. She says you paid it. She doesn't say, I don't know what he's talking about, you never paid anything. No, she says that you gave her $1,500. Another way people prove it is the memo line. That's easy. All you got to do is write loan or gift or whatever it is, That's a helpful way to prove that something's a loan. And then she cashes, I never saw that. Yeah, well, it's right there. Right. But that's not what we have. We have zero evidence that it's a loan. That is your case. You've got to prove that, okay? You're the one with the burden of proving that. Now, you have a lawsuit, a counterclaim against him for $1,000 for security deposit.
Yes.
This is why, because you chose to leave that condo because he was harassing you?
Yeah, he was harassing me. I couldn't take my daughter to the swimming pool. I mean, because of the close. Okay, the townhouses are directly in front of the.
What did he do that made you not take your daughter to the swimming pool?
He showed up at my place, slamming on the door, cursing. I mean, I couldn't open the door. I was afraid. I had to get out of there.
All right. Listen.
I had to get out of that place.
Okay.
So consequently, it broke the lease. My landlord would not refund this.
What would he do? Would he actually go to the swimming pool area? Is that what you're saying?
No.
But he came to your apartment?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
And said what? Knocked on the door?
And was cursing and saying, I want my money, I want my money. I mean, he was just very, very belligerent. He was drunk
She
as
never
well.
talked to me in 3 years. Frustrating as hell. I got angry. I'll admit that.
All right. And you were afraid of him because in his line of work, he carries a gun?
Yes, at the time when we were.
Because at the time you were what, doing security?
Armored truck.
Armored truck. All right. There are remedies for you short of moving and losing your security deposit. The best choice may have been to move and lose your security deposit. But for me to pin that on him, that's not something that I can do. You chose to move rather than pursue your legal remedies to keep him away from you. And you know what the legal remedies are because you did it successfully against the prior boyfriend. You need to pick a different kind of boyfriend.
Yeah.
Okay? All right? Because,
none at all.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
All right. But there's not you're entitled in court to damages that are a direct result of whatever bad thing happened. And this is a couple of steps removed. When you decide, well, you know what, I think it's a better idea for me to just move where he doesn't know where I live. That's great, but I'm not going to make him pay your security deposit because you breached your lease. That's not going to happen. So on your counterclaim against him, 0, and on his claim against you, 0. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
So nothing for the plaintiff coming out empty-handed out of the courtroom. What's your reaction to this?
I'm pissed, disappointed. I don't see how I lost this case. She owed me the money.
Well, there was no proof.
She lied under oath. I mean, I didn't count on that.
Well, there was no paperwork that says it was a loan and not a gift.
There was a check. She signed it. She knew. I thought she'd be forthcoming.
What broke up the relationship?
I don't know. We dated twice. She couldn't even remember that. I don't know.
Still have any feelings for it?
No, of course not.
All right, right around the corner. Documents waiting for you there. So, all right, come on out here. Nothing for him, nothing for you on your counterclaim either. What's your thought coming out here?
I'm just really glad it's over, and I'm hoping it truly is over. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be forced to take a different line of action in the county.
You're not confident that he's through with you?
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, now I'm even more afraid.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
just because of what he just said.
What do you think your sister's going to say when she watches this and finds out that you dated her ex?
I don't really know. I mean, she's moved on, so she accused him of liking me when he dated her, so.
All right, Harvey.
Okay, Kurt, let me just say, it is insane to start loaning people money when you're in a relationship at the beginning stages. You may not believe me here. I'm telling you, you are asking for trouble. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.